This video chart presentation of Nuvera Environmental Solutions, Inc. It's a New York Stock Exchange listed company trading our ticker NES. Kind of wrap the week up with a big board bottom play. See, after holding a nice support for about 2 months, right around $2.18, $2.20, stock's managed to put together a little climb over 5 days, rising about 5%, pushing its way back over the 50-day moving average, and now facing some resistance right around $2.47. We want to keep this on watch now, though, because if it can break through, there's a nice upside to some more resistance up around 270, which could be signaling part of a broader overall reversal in this chart to snap this downtrend it's been in for basically all of 2013. I see we have the MACD climbing back towards zero, coming up on that critical point we always talk about, breaking back through the zero line. That's why technical traders call it breaking the money line, because it signals a trend shift to bullishness, and that trend would remain bullish until the MACD breaks back down below zero. PPO also trending back towards the zero line. The ADX has fallen from relatively high levels over top of 40, back down below 20, showing there's not a lot of strength in any direction. See the positive DI starting to move up though, giving some hints of maybe some bullishness coming into the chart. But again, that's still very early on and basically a neutral reading. The look of the MFI is actually trying to go bullish as well, where you can see essentially trading in bear chart territory underneath 50. Now all three components trying to make their way above that 50 mark. This is the highest reading for this gold line, the 21, since late in September. And I'll just be looking for all three components to break over top of 50 and hold that position to show people are paying higher prices for the stock. Accumulation distribution, kind of in a box. See this trading in a channel for the last couple months. I'll be looking forward to break through that box, start to make some higher highs, show that there's more accumulation going on in this play. I think I'm getting hints of that happening as across that same time frame, see the Chaikin money flow gradually rising and now pushing up into the green, saying that over the last 20 periods, buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure. Commodity channel holding over top of 100. Technically speaking, the buy signal is the break of 100, and it's a hold until it breaks back down through 100. So again, that indicator's in a pretty nice position. You can see the full still starting to curl back down, but well above 50. That's the point that indicates momentum is being sustained in the play. And the tricks, much like the MACD, also trending back towards zero, giving signs of the trend shifting from bearishness into bullishness. See the relative strength index. Generally been running in bear chart territory below 50, but again, as of the last few months, trying to climb, showing that some bullish momentum is building, and now all three components breaking above that point. And it's right through here when the 7 made the break. You can see the bullish momentum coming into the play, and then of course the rise in the share price. And effectively that bullishness is maintained until it breaks back down through 50, and of course that's when the stock price falls apart. So this initial move and climb above the halfway point is the first signs of some more upward pressure coming into the stock. Now from a support point, this could be drawn at a few different places. Some people might put it all the way down at 206. I tend to come more back into this area of a consistent support, 217, 218, 220 is the point I'd be keeping my eye on. Stock price hasn't closed below that, even though it has had some intraday dips. But stock price did try and pull back some. That would be the area I'd absolutely want to see holding. A break and close below that. And it looks like the downward trend is being perpetuated. So that would be the spot that I'd want to see stay intact. Now, as I noted, it's important the stock price climbed above this blue line. That's the 50-day moving average. Holding above that will inevitably make that 50-day start to curl and move upward, which is a sign of bullishness. Now, I do think the stock's going to face some pretty decent resistance right there near Thursday's intraday high of $2.47. You can see early on this month it hit that point, then got knocked down, fell right back to that support level. The indicators were in pretty similar positions at that point, so it's not a be-all, end-all that they're trying to shift into bullishness. But it does put it at that watch point to see if it's going to make that stronger move and blow through that resistance this time around, because things like the trend indicators, the MACD for example, is showing more strength and reaching an even more important point by climbing towards zero as opposed to where it was a few weeks ago. Should it break through that resistance point, I think the next place it's going to meet some resistance is right up around $2.70, which was an original point where it gapped down in August. Of course, it did climb right back and fill that gap. But I'd still expect that to be an area of resistance, and certainly stiffening up if the stock price approaches $2.90. That was an area of support in June, early on in July, again in August. The classic TA fashion, support that's broken becomes resistance, and that was a pretty nice support level, so that should serve as a pretty tough area of resistance. But closing at 244 on Thursday, very nice upside, and as I referenced to start the video, if it goes up to that point, hits it, comes back down, holds at least this level as a new area of support, starts to make some higher lows and trend off the bottom, that could be the signs for the overall reversal in this chart to see if NES has found a true bottom. Volume's not really an issue in this play, 2 million shares traded, right about average for it. Being a New York Stock Exchange company, stock generally has pretty good liquidity, so that's not too much of a concern at all. So what I'd be looking for on Friday, see how it performs facing this resistance point, and on any pullback, make sure it holds that support level, and see if over the coming weeks and months, if it can roll off this bottom. Those are the things that I'll be looking for in the NES chart, but as always, merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.